Today, President-elect Donald Trump named the CEO of ExxonMobil, Rex Tillerson, to be Secretary of State, the senior member of the cabinet. Tillerson was chosen because he's made successful deals with heads of state all around the world, but those could be ties that bind. Tillerson, for example, has a close business relationship with Vladimir Putin of Russia. The lifelong oil man has no government experience, but he did convince Exxon to acknowledge climate change. Also today, Mr. Trump picked another Texan, former Governor Rick Perry, to head the Energy Department, a department that Perry once vowed to scrap. Major Garrett begins our coverage.
More grateful that someone of Rex Tillerson's proven leadership and accomplishments been willing to step forward to serve our nation as our next Secretary of State.
Rex Tillerson's move from ExxonMobil CEO to Secretary of State nominee began with a meeting last month between Vice President-elect Mike Pence and former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Rice, along with fellow former Secretary of State James Baker and former Defense Secretary Robert Gates, strongly recommended Tillerson for the post. After his second face-to-face meeting with Mr. Trump on Saturday, Tillerson emerged as the president-elect's choice, beating out candidates such as Mitt Romney, Rudy Giuliani, and Bob Corker.
And to me, a great advantage is he knows many of the players, and he knows them well. He does massive deals in Russia.
Those deals with Russia may be Tillerson's biggest hurdle to Senate confirmation. He has grown so close to President Vladimir Putin that he was awarded Russia's Order of Friendship in 2013.
Certainly it should be a matter of concern.
Republican senators like Arizona's John McCain have expressed concern about the Tillerson pick.
Maybe those ties are strictly commercial and got to do with his business in the oil business, fine, but we'll give him a fair hearing.
But McCain's fellow senator from Arizona, Jeff Flake, tweeted that support of GOP establishment figures, quote, carries considerable weight. President-elect Trump has also selected former Texas Governor Rick Perry as Energy Secretary, the agency he famously could not name during a 2012 presidential debate.
The third agency of government, I would do away with the education,
Perry joins an emerging Trump cabinet at odds with some of the core missions of their agencies. The nominee for the Department of Health and Human Services wants to repeal Obamacare. The nominee for the Environmental Protection Agency has previously filed suits against the agency over regulations. And the nominee for Labor Secretary wants to repeal regulations guaranteeing overtime pay and worker safety.
Here in Wisconsin, supporters started lining up for tonight's rally this morning, and temperatures well below freezing. And Scott, the state's recently concluded recount added 131 votes to Mr. Trump's margin of victory.
Major Garrett, thanks.